there needs to be some clarity, structural clarity with what Petrocaribe is from the beginning through to the end so the public will understand. One of the things about Petrocaribe that we have to understand, there's no such thing as some sort of special Petrocaribe somewhere money that is being dipped in. It's part of monies that go into the consolidated fund. And the consolidated fund has its wide uses as approved in government's budget and supplementary budget. So Petrocaribe money flows into that fund the same way tax money flows in there, GST money flows in there, and any other money flows into that fund. And then it's dispersed through the various appropriations that have been approved. And so when the Prime Minister, this Mother's Day money and all of these monies that are given out are part of that flow that are recorded through the supplementaries, etc. So it's hard to say, okay, then go and dip in a Petrocaribe, because you could also say this is part of GST money or this is part of business tax money or so. It's all a flow into the consolidated fund and a flow out of the consolidated fund into these various programs. They didn't take a special money and give any other representatives. It comes to the Ministry of Human Development, which is part of a flow out of the consolidated fund. And we need to understand that concept. We have to be very clear about use of funds and transparency, because they're two different things. One can criticize the use of funds. One can say, oh, it shouldn't be used for this and it shouldn't be used for that. But remember that use of funds is something that's determined by government and determined by budgets that go to the National Assembly. And we could criticize the use of funds in lots of ways. What we cannot criticize is that there is any non-transparency in the use. And I wanted to make that difference.
So you said one can criticize. Do you criticize the use of that funds, be it consolidated fund, be it Petrocaribe funds, to be used for an outing, a one-day outing in Corozal for a certain sector of a constituency?
Why would I know that question would come? If I were outside the cabinet of Belize, you would have heard my view on it. I am inside the cabinet of Belize, and cabinet accepts, works collectively. So any decision that's made by cabinet with respect to finances, etc., I support.
I'm not asking you cabinet decisions, sir. I'm asking your opinion.
You can't do that to me, man. How can I give you my decision when I am inside the team? When I was outside the team, that's a different thing. I'm inside the team. So my view outside the team doesn't come. When I'm outside the team, that's a different view. I'm inside the team, and that's how it works.